You told the Journal this weekend that January 6th was one of the reasons why you decided to leave Facebook last year. Can you tell us why?
Absolutely. As I watched the event unfold on January 6th, it struck me that the two entities I had spent my career working for, the Republican Party and then Facebook, now looked very different to me for different reasons. And I didn't know where I fit in anymore. And I wanted to, and I didn't know how I could help in trying to find the solutions to these problems. And it really led me to trying to find somewhere where I could go to find impact. And that led me to creating my own company and helping the guys at the Integrity Institute, as well as joining the Bipartisan Policy Center.
How much blame do you place on Facebook for what happened to the Capitol?
As I said in the Journal story, I think they're right in that they don't deserve sole blame. This is a massive problem across the ecosystem of the media and how people are getting their news and information. But I do think there needs to be more soul searching around how could we have done better as a company? How could we have potentially prevented this? Going as far back as, even December 2015 with with then candidate Trump's first post about banning Muslims, what are the things we could have done differently? So as we look forward to the elections this year and the massive ones happening in 2024, so that we can be prepared and don't make the same mistakes again.
And what specifically should change? What should be done differently at Facebook today?
I'd really like to first of all see a lot more long-term planning. In 2024, we're not only going to have the U.S. presidential election, but elections in India, Indonesia, Ukraine, Taiwan, Mexico, the United Kingdom, and the European Parliament. And this has never happened before, and that's a lot of elections to prepare for. And to build up the language capabilities, to build up the products, to build up the teams, that takes time. And we even have a bunch of elections happening this year around the world in Brazil, France, the Philippines, Kenya, and the United States midterms. And so I would like to better understand what things they would like to take from 2020 that they found worked, what things they're going to change, how much effort they're going to put into protecting the integrity of these elections.
Right, because in some ways, Facebook has been on the forefront, helping people register to vote, for example. There are positives to point to, and you've been doing that in this interview. At the same time, there's this sense that Facebook supercharges the worst impulses of lies and disinformation, not just in the U.S., but around the world. We put up that map of countries where there are some of the countries where these key elections in 2024. Is it true what the critics say that the United States has the best version of Facebook, meaning, the most managed, whereas it's more of a free-for-all in other countries?
No, not necessarily. I mean, we did a lot of work, particularly in the international elections in 2019, also in India and Indonesia and those places. The company truly did keep evolving after each one, but we don't know yet. They haven't said what they're going to do from 2020, which was the most that we've seen, so far in any of these elections. What are they going to do internationally? And I'd like to see that not just from Facebook, but from all the social platforms.